Welcome back to Developed, everybody. Tonight we are talking about our recipe, Gallagher's Ice Pop. We got a full crew going today. We actually got a special guest too. He helped us on the recipe. Sheba Steba, what's going on, man?
Hey, man, not a mucho. Just chilling, living and loving. How we all doing tonight?
Not too bad.
All right, good to hear. Thanks for having me on, man.
Yeah, it was great to work with you on this. I think we made a pretty good mix, but we'll get
Yeah, for
into
sure.
that a little bit later. Folkart, what you got going on?
Oh man, I've been doing a lot of testing, single flavor tests. I got in every one of the Flavora tobaccos, and that's what I've been doing this week.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
That's pretty nice.
yeah.
Wait, what didn't you have?
I'm sorry. Did I say Flavora? I meant Flavor Art.
Oh,
Flavor Art. Yeah, Flavor Art.
I was like, man, you're in for a treat.
No, I already had all the.
Not
Flavora.
exactly.
Yeah, that's it's kind of a mixed bag on those. But actually, some of them kind of surprised me, especially for like a really authentic kind of cigarette. Or
Yeah, which one was doing that for you?
there were several of them. Well, I don't think any of them can be used just like as a single flavor. You have to build something. So
Yeah.
if you take one of the flavorings, I've got my notes here somewhere. Hold on just a second. So if you take something like the Tuscan Reserve Ultimate, which is kind of an RY4, and then add something like the Max Blend to it, it has more of like a kind of a middle of the road kind of tobacco. It's got some slight ashy notes and stuff in it, and build something like that. It's pretty decent. It's pretty decent. So
You think that they come out better in a pod? Have you tested them both ways?
I have my single flavor test. I've only done them in a dripper. So, but I have mixed up some recipes and used my pod. And to be honest with you, I think they actually do work better in a pod. I think,
really?
I think they're made for a pod, but you got to, the standard percentage on Flavor Art is like 2-3%, something like that, maybe 4 on some. But in a pod, you can crank them fuckers up to 10 and 12,
Right.
especially like with some of the RY4s. And you have to, you have to really be able to taste them. So yeah, I'm pretty excited about it, but I'm so tired of vaping tobaccos. That's what I've been doing.
Yeah. They
What's,
can get tiring pretty quick.
yeah. What you been up to, Alfred?
not much, man. Just working on some recipes of my own. I just tried the recipe that you guys made. Unfortunately, I wasn't here for that. And then 007 Bubblegum's been doing well, and then I just released Cherry Bomb, which I'm pretty happy with. Unlike Wayne, I think, was saying, which is there was some valid critique there. So I'm definitely going to work on it and make a better version. But the idea was just to try to fix medicine cherry to help people out where medicinal cherries kind of just get unused. Like people will buy them when they start, and then they can't use them because they just taste like cough syrup. So the issue there is that to kind of get rid of that medicinal taste, you have to use a few chemicals that kind of make it more of like a blurred, softer version, which I think Wayne was like looking for a sharp, like Jolly Rancher cherry. So I'm going to keep working on that to try to make it better. But Dave tried it, Apexified tried it, Izuama Dog or Tsunami Dog tried it, and they all really love it. And then Dave was saying earlier to if you had like 5% Inawera pineapple, you might have a solid Hawaiian punch on your hands. So I'm going to try that out.
Yeah, I actually mixed it up too. I think I used Wonder Flavors Pixie Stick instead of the Cap Rainbow Candy, and I loved it. I think it's great.
Yeah, it's the chemical that's in Pixie Stick and Rainbow Candy really help to get rid of the medicinal part of a cherry flavor, but they also kind of soften things. Especially, I noticed Pixie Stick is a bit worse even at like kind of blending everything and muddling it a bit. So I'm going to keep working on it and try to figure it out.
Yeah. What's that chemical in Pixie Stick? Is it like ecstasy or something? Because that's the greatest goddamn flavor on the earth, dude.
It's top secret.
Yeah, it's like MDMA. It's Molly.
DMT.
DMT. Okay. Woke ass Pixie Stick.
Yeah.
Don't say that it's not going to give you cancer either, Graham. So.
Well, yeah, I know, right? DMT will not. I can definitively say DMT will not give you cancer. Yet.
So I have a question for you though. Did you try like other cherries with it?
Yeah, and I was under the impression, unfortunately, that it would probably fix most medicinal cherries, but Dave tried it with Flavora Rainier cherry, and he said that one was pretty gnarly still.
That makes sense.
But I tried it with capped tart cherry at like 6%, and it works flawlessly. Still a great cherry candy flavor. But I'm going to test more to try to figure out what will work and what won't. I imagine capped nightmare cherry probably still won't work.
Yeah.
What's Flavora's problem, man? Why do they release Bing cherry? They know how to do it. They know how to do it cherry. Why are they not doing it? What's the problem?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I think maybe it was part of like the because that flavor just didn't stay in solution. So I wonder if maybe part of the chemicals that were giving it such a good flavor,
like a compounding issue or something.
I was talking to Copel about that while I was talking to him about my candy recipe, and he was saying that it had a very like super minuscule dilution of an MCT oil. Capric triglyceride, I believe, is the one. Don't quote me on that, but it's used as an emulsion agent where like you would normally use oil. You can use that, but I imagine maybe that's why it wouldn't want to stay in solution is because it has those sort of oil properties. But they used it super low, and he said it was a phenomenal cherry.
Do you really trust his opinion after you fucking spanked his ass in that competition, though? I mean,
oh god.
Oh, speaking of competition, there's another one coming up this Sunday. I'm going to be participating in that and a few other fairly well-known mixers. We're going to do like sort of someone with more experience and someone with less experience teaming up, and it'll be 2v2v2, however many people.
Oh, sweet, man. That sounds pretty cool.
Is Wayne going to be a judge?
Not at first.
Not at first. Wait for that to come in. Chef, what you got going on? What have you been up to?
What I got going on? Not much. I've been vaping this watermelon. It's really great. But getting a little cold down here. We're going into winter very fast. Winter is coming.
I didn't even know it gets cold in Czechoslovakia.
What? Fix your mic.
I said I didn't even know it gets cold in Czechoslovakia.
Well, I was trying to mix dulce de leche, making a recipe for dulce de leche. After I don't know if it was an idea or a challenge, but I'm trying. It's not going to be easy, but I'm really enjoying because that kind of mixes for winter is great.
Yeah, we share the profits on that too, right?
Yeah, you didn't see what he signed.
Okay.
Yeah. We don't have to ask that anymore.
Yeah, that
Once they're on.
NDA.
Hey, you have yogurt drink, a lime drink, or whatever. That makes it excellent. For me, that's going to be recipe of the year. I think.
Yeah,
What he's saying. Let me explain
Right.
something. He's trying to promote. He's doing a really good job. I like it. Let me tell you, everyone who understands English, what he's saying. He's saying Max has a lime drink out. It's fucking ridiculously good, and it really is. Should go peep it. And he thinks it's going to be a recipe of the year in Argentina.
Alfred and I made the recipe. It's just on my...
I'm just hearing what he said. I don't even know anything about this.
Yeah. Well,
I'm just translating because I understand Czechoslovakian. I'm trying to help you guys out.
you're doing a great job. Well, yeah, I mean, it's pretty good. I'm not going to lie. I really love that shisha lime, though. The vape train shisha lime.
I've been chilling that since I picked it up. It's such a phenomenal creamy lime flavor, like key lime pie, anything that area of lime. It just works. It always works.
Yeah.
Nice.
Mary Beth, the contest this Sunday is going to be on the DIY_eJuice subreddit Discord. It's a Discord channel for the subreddit. And then they've been putting them on more frequently now. The first one was Dave and Koppel versus I don't remember their other teammate. It was Dave Koppel and someone versus Emily, me, and Vicious, and that was fun. And then they just had another one with Edible Malfunction and a few others. It's really fun.
Yeah, it's fun to watch. It's pretty cool.
What about you, Graham? Have you been mixing anything?
No, man, I haven't been. I don't have any VG. It's really hard for me to get it too. I've been waiting. Supposedly some coming in the mail, but yeah, it's been kind of a nightmare actually. It's weird. Have you ever ran out?
1 second. Sorry, Ben Gaming was the other teammate. Sorry for forgetting. Go.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it's too bad you don't
That was
have
hell of
a.
important for my. Go ahead.
It's too bad you don't have a local vape shop that carries VG. Kidney Puncher.
I do, but you know what it is? It's DIY Flavor Shack.
Oh, okay.
And I can't, man, no way can I go in there after that guy shit the bed the last time, because, man, like, that guy got annihilated. Well, yeah, because he was on In the Mix, and he did some, like, the guy that, like, owns the place, and he did like, when he came on In the Mix, he destroyed himself. Remember, he was talking about doing that copyright and shit, and the chat just went ballistic on him.
Who?
It was like, the guy from DIY Flavor Shack was talking about that they did some sort of a clone thing or whatever, and he was holding up like this art that he did. Then he's like, "Yeah, it looks just like this," and it was like a complete rip off of something else. And the chat went bananas on him, like they went crazy on him. Yeah.
Damn.
So I haven't talked to them since. They're a good place. I like that place though. But
yeah.
I just can't go in there because he's gonna look. I can't face that.
He's
gonna give me that look. I'll send my dad in or something.
Yeah. Yeah, I got a vape shop down here that carries VG, but they sell 250 mils for like $8, so it's like I don't mind supporting the local vape shop, but boy oh boy, that's expensive for VG.
Yeah, but come on.
Yeah.
It's like buying a mod in a smoke shop. You're in a smoke shop and you go look at the mods, and it's like a smock, like a smock priv is like $260.
An ego pen for like 40.
Yeah.
Anytime that's actually the first place I went when I was like trying to like quit. And they had all these like Kanger products, and I didn't know anything about them.
Yeah,
so I was like looking and everything, and I was just like, "Oh, is this vaping?" Because I didn't know. And I'm like, "Is it just one thing? Is it just one product?" And I'm thinking like, you just throw a couple of AA batteries in there.
I had like a sales pitch like way back before like August 8th or whatever. Like, I agree with what you're saying. Like, everybody gets their first product from a place like that. You know what I mean? Like their first like e-cig, whatever, and they carry the shittiest juice, and you never go back because if you're into it, you start talking to somebody that is also vaping or whatever, and they start telling you, well, yeah, you need to go here, whatever. They start giving you the vape shop info and the where to get the premium liquid shit. If those smoke shops, and I used to tell them, if you would just carry premium liquid, nobody would ever leave. But it's because of this.
It's because that's where people think to go to.
Right.
I didn't
have a
buy
gold mine sitting on. They have a gold mine, and they're just letting it go.
Yeah,
I used to sell a lot of liquid that way. Never collected any cash, IRS. No cash or anything, but a lot of liquid. They don't get it. They just you can explain it to them over and over and over again. They just won't get it.
Yeah,
they just want to see if every one of them would ask if it's do I have good packaging? I say, no, it's in a milk jug. What are you talking about? So, yeah, other than that, everybody else is good.
Hey, you got anything going on, Chiba? You've been working on any kind of mixes or?
Other than just prepping for Noted. Next week we're doing spices. I pulled out a couple mangoes and like bananas and something to maybe mix something up just because I want to switch it up a bit.
Yeah. Are you excited to try out all those spices? That should be fun.
It's not gonna be
testing a bunch of spices. Oh yeah, lots of fun.
Good Lord, God bless you guys.
There's nothing I enjoy more than just vaping, just straight up clove. I love it. Oh, it's so good.
Oh man, it actually is really good.
I will tell you though, I picked up that clove for Chiba's recipe, clove with a K.
Oh yeah,
that shit is so good.
Oh, I know. I love their clove, man.
It's perfect too because I think you just used clove and native. Was that it?
Yeah, just clove and native. Pretty simple recipe. I mean, I almost feel bad calling it a recipe just because it's 2 flavors.
Dude, my lime drink is literally just everybody vapes yogurt drink solo, and I threw shisha lime on it, and I'm like, there you go.
Yeah, a way to take 2 like amazing flavors and put them together and call it a win.
Right.
I like that.
Actually, now that I think about it, you're probably the reason why I got so into native, because that was the first mix that I think I've ever tried native with.
Oh,
Hey,
yeah.
Chiba,
Such a good tobacco, man.
It's the best.
Yeah,
It's
one of the
yeah.
best. It's up there. It's up there.
Yeah.
you got
definitely-
the most karma points in the world, Chib. I mean,
I do.
oh yeah,
Nice,
you really
man.
do. When I was casting Noted, dude, the reason I thought about you was because you had helped me with Chermoya.
Oh,
years
yeah.
before. Like years before.
Nice, man.
Like I always remember that.
That was how I first like got my foot into mixing too. Was cherry moya. I was like, I got to do something with this.
Yeah, because I didn't know what the hell Chermoya was at all.
Nobody
I still
did.
kind of don't.
Right.
I mean, I know how to tell you what it is, but I don't really know what it is.
Yeah, I remember I saw cherry moya and I was like, what the hell is that? And then I went to Sprouts and they actually had some cherry moya, and I got one.
I'm really glad.
That's pretty.
I'm really glad I didn't learn how to say it from you.
Yeah.
I'd be walking around going Cherry Moya. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I learned how to say Inavera from.
Where did you
from
learn how to say Inawera? Chiba? The whole goddamn world's saying Inawera. You got the V in there. You're throwing the Polish. What the fuck is
I
he
remember seeing a post on the Reddit. On the Reddits. Somebody was Polish and he was like, it's actually pronounced Inavera. And I was like, oh.
Yeah, but he's Polish, so I mean, you know what I mean?
I like to be proper when I can, you know, especially
Maybe he
when
was busting your balls. You catch any shit for that? Do people fuck with you on that a lot?
A little bit.
I love
like
that you stand strong though. You still say
I know.
Inavera every time.
I would have quit halfway through. I would have been Innovet, and that would have been the last time you heard me say that. Because one person would have to say something, I'd quit saying it, even if I was wrong.
I've seen Dave slip up and call it Inavera too on Noted.
Yeah.
You
So
think he's doing that? You think he's not breaking
Oh,
balls?
he's totally not doing it on purpose, but I've seen him do it.
Hey, Dave
Yeah.
plays 4D chess, dude. Dave sometimes will trick you. You think he doesn't know what he's doing, but he definitely does.
40 chest, damn.
Human Puck wants to know if you got the intake working, Graham.
No, I didn't. I was going to. I actually made the coil he said to make, but and then I passed out in like a disaster or whatever. Yeah,
Hey,
no, I
Chief,
didn't. I'm getting ready to though.
Next week is the 100. Are you
Next
doing?
week is the 100th episode.
Can you believe it's 100 episodes? How weird is that?
No, I can't
It's
believe it.
crazy, dude.
And you guys are celebrating with Spice.
Ah,
Yeah,
I
I
know.
know. It's like, listen, I don't.
Really?
First off,
yeah.
Here's
We're
one
doing a little bit of Spice, and then we're gonna go through and do like some of our highlights and best.
yeah, because
dubs.
we're going on tomorrow, right? Isn't that tomorrow, Chief?
With Wayne,
Yeah.
I believe so. Yeah.
Yeah, we're all going on that. And then
Cool.
the reason it's Spice is because there ain't really that many spices, so we can do more. Because Dave will not miss a week. You know what I mean? Like if it fucks his flavor of the week routine up, he's not doing it. So
Yeah.
we're gonna go just do we'll do it a week where there's not very much shit. And it is 100th episode. Why not make the 100th episode? You hear that? Episode Spice, because we started with Shisha. Who the fuck would have done that?
Yeah, that's
Well,
true.
Apexify is saying it's 101st.
Tell Apexify to shut the fuck up. Jesus Christ, we all know that. Just shut up, dude. God.
So what was the true 100th? What did you guys do last week?
It was 6 months
Black
ago.
licorice.
6 months. Oh, even better than Spice.
Hey, you have a black licorice fan in here. Chibo
You?
loves black
That's
licorice.
right, man. I love me some black licorice. And you know what? I just was going through my flavors today, and I realized there was one that I missed. Decadent Vapors licorice.
Yeah.
How is it?
You know what I think? I think it probably tastes like black licorice.
It
I'd be
does.
willing to bet. If you can tell the differences in
not a
black
little bit.
licorice, then you guys are definitely the right ones to do this show.
Yeah, it's got a little bit of that. It's got a little bit of anus in it, but it's
Damn it,
got a
Chibo.
lot of that molassesy type of flavor. It's pretty
Not
good.
like,
Last time I tried it, but
2 weeks in a
citrus
row,
heavy?
you're going to be able to say anus.
yeah.
God damn it. He said it 63 times on Noted the other night. Fantastic.
Mm.
Yeah. So
All right.
That's it, guys.
No, we're not doing that. For weird awkwardness. You know what happens? I'll just start saying shit. I
Yeah.
can't
go
have
ahead.
that.
Somebody talk
ahead.
quick. Hurry. So
I think like I missed it. What was your favorite black licorice, Chiba?
Oh gosh. The as far as black licorice goes, the Flavor West was pretty good. I really like the Flavor Art Black Touch just for that like molassesy sort of earthy type of flavor that can.
We haven't done the show yet.
I feel like that's what kind of separates the anise heavy ones from the actual black licorice is the molasses versus citrus, because anise loves the lean citrus.
Mm-hmm.
So I have to pick up FA Black Touch then.
Yeah, for sure. I recommend it. I mean, it's probably not going to find a whole lot of use in your arsenal, but I think it's a nice one to have.
I actually managed to work my way into liking black licorice because I used to hate it, but I started working on that Fig Newton recipe that I planned on working with concrete. And Vape Train Fig was something I started using.
Yeah.
And it's mostly like a black licorice anise flavor, but because I was working, it sells fig because figs have that sort of black licorice chemical in them.
Yeah.
But I slowly started increasing that to find where it goes from fig to black licorice. And something about that process, I learned to love black licorice.
Dude, I love black licorice. It's interesting because that anise flavor is kind of like, it's almost kind of cool, right? And it's kind of like bright and spicy. So it's got a lot going on.
It's the exact opposite of what I think an anise flavor tastes like.
Yeah.
Yeah, really. Yeah, it's
bright
cool
and
spicy.
cool.
Still got a lot going on, though.
Only the cool kids vape anus.
It's true, man.
Oh, Emily even says that Black Touch was her favorite if there was a favorite that she had to pick.
Oh, yeah. Nice, man.
She's not talking about flavorings.
Oh, my God.
Oh, Graham. You always find a way.
She's never coming back on here ever again.
Emily, the best damn key lime pie named by I Make Pizza is on the Discord for Reddit, the ATF account of that. Try it out.
Oh, you guys, you put it up there?
They put it up there. We work in the mixing lab on that Discord just to make whatever we're in the mood for, and then they'll put it up on there's a specific ATF account for the subreddit.
The Reddit.
Gotcha. The Reddits.
Yeah, the Reddits.
Right on.
So let's talk about this mix that we did.
Let's do it, man.
You want to?
Let's do it.
I know that there's several people that has mixed this recipe up because I think Luke mixed it up, if I can say that.
You do that every time.
I know.
I enjoy it.
I know. Let's see. Who else?
Wait. Why are you correcting yourself though? You say Luke, and then you're like Luke. I don't hear a difference.
Simple words.
Really
sees together, and he loses his mind when he sees them together. He doesn't know what to do. He's not used to them being together, so he's looking at it.
Exactly.
So fucking hilarious.
Exactly.
Love it.
So I know he mixed it up. There was somebody else that left a message on our YouTube channel that they had mixed it up too. I forget who it was. And I think Emily has mixed it up.
Yeah,
sure.
Emily.
All
yeah,
right.
she just said she mixed it up and she loved it.
Yeah. So that's nice to know.
Yeah, I guess we weren't going with Stiffy Nippy Melon Pop.
Well, it was a little bit of a tongue twister. So
Stiffy Nippy Melon Pop was the greatest name of all time.
We worked longer trying to figure out a name for the recipe than we actually worked on the fucking recipe.
Right.
Yeah, exactly.
And that was weeks. We slaved over it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Stiffy Nippy.
I like the name now though.
Yeah, I do too. It does sound. It's got a nice ring to it.
I mean, we did.
It's nothing like Stiffy Nippy Melon Pop.
Yeah, we made commercials and stuff too.
Yeah.
So that was a good time. So let's get into that Stiffy Nippy Melon Pop.
Yeah, Emily just said that it's good and refreshing, and she's not even a fruit fan, but she's obsessed with it right now. So that's like super high praise.
Sweet. Well, I kind of come up with this profile, I guess, the idea for it anyway, because at that particular time I had a cold. I couldn't taste shit. And so I wanted something bright, refreshing, and cold, something that would kind of stimulate my sinuses and stuff. So I just kind of Googled it and saw what it was and thought, that's kind of interesting. That kind of fits to what I'm kind of wanting right now. So we just kind of went to it.
Someone want to read through it real quick before we discuss it?
Sure.
Yeah, you got the recipe up? Because
I've got it here. So we used 5% Mullenberry Big Watermelon, 0.5% Flavora Cream, 1.5% Vape Train Fizzy Sherbet, 1% Vape Train Persian Lime, 0.5% Super Sweet, and 1% Flavora Wild Melon, and 0.5% of WS23. Now the WS23, that was set for my palate, and so if somebody wants it more coolant, you can obviously up that. I'm not a big coolant fan, but I was just wanting something cold because it's getting hot as hell here. And,
Yeah.
So 0.5 is about right for me on it. So
Yeah, personally, I like it a little bit higher. I bumped it up to 0.75 just because I want that coolness to stand out a little bit more.
Yeah.
But this mix is so tasty, man. I finished the whole bottle, so I had to mix up some more for this show.
Awesome. So
how'd you think that it's steep though, Folk?
Actually, I thought after the steep, it was. It was already good off the shake, but after the steep, it turned out a lot more like flavorful and smoother, and like I think especially that hibiscus and the cream sort of mellowed out and came together really well.
Yeah, Flavora Cream loves that steep.
Yeah, it does.
I'm looking at the recipe. I don't know if it is the right one.
This actually, I forgot to add the hibiscus to it. That's right. This was our first.
Oh shit!
This was our first version. Sure enough.
Oh yeah.
Add a little bit of hibiscus, everybody.
Yeah.
Holy shit! Are you insane? Yeah.
Whoops.
You put the wrong one out. Well,
Yeah.
Emily loved the first one.
Well, you'll really love the second one.
She's pissed, right?
just put like if you made a 30 mil, put about
3 or 4 drops,
3 or 4
maybe.
drops of hibiscus in it. Yeah.
What did we
Depending
do
on
with
what
that?
bottle.
Was it 0.5%?
Yeah. No,
Yeah.
I think it was a quarter or a half.
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 And it was Graham idea.
Man, we're really crushing this show.
No shit. No shit.
We really got our shit.
Crushing it right into
Hey,
the
listen, I depend on you guys, big time.
do whatever you want.
So
I just assume everything's okay.
So this is absolutely 100% my fault because I normally don't do the recipe part, and I did it this time, and so blame me.
All right,
Nobody
you're
the thing that blaming you.
I will update the recipe.
Blame for you.
What's that now?
Emily's saying 0.5% hibiscus. Everything else is exactly the same.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
think so.
There you go.
Pretty sure, yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Everything is, yeah.
Yeah.
Anybody else want to say yeah?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll
cool.
say it twice. Yeah.
Sorry, guys.
Yeah. So, anyways, yeah.
That's all
So
right. Mistakes
let's talk about the addition of hibiscus since we really didn't have it was in the episode though, right?
Yeah, it was.
Yeah,
Okay.
it was Graham idea.
It was Graham's idea, just kind of Yeah.
I'm a trash human being. I mean, obviously that's not my idea.
Yeah.
I mean, I got it from Rick, I think.
Mm.
Sure.
Okay,
Definitely
so
works, though.
it was Rick's idea, but he wasn't there to help us. So Graham stole that and told us to add it. But what it really did is it added like that, like if you were to peel like a popsicle out of the wrapper, you know how it gets like that sticky kind of gummy texture? It
Mhm.
really sells that really well.
Yeah, it does. I would say
And it doesn't really come off floral, especially that low. It just seemed to really sell that kind of like artificial sticky syrup kind of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, Emily just said it, sticky syrup.
Pretty much.
Okay.
Yeah, it
it's
plays really
fixed,
well
guys.
there.
I fixed it.
Cool.
All right.
There it is.
And honestly, my favorite thing about this mix, which Folkart can probably explain it better than I do because I don't know the context of it, but the Flavora Cream combining with fizzy sherbet is so good.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I actually learned that trick from Ren. She put out a recipe. It's been a few weeks ago when I was a judge on Mix and Vixens, and she had used the fizzy sherbet with, I think it was an ice cream and maybe another cream, and it just really sold that kind of sherbet kind of feel. So I give her credit for that. But
That's the American form of sherbet this time. because fizzy sherbet by itself is the Australian version of sherbet.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Which is just like pixie sticks, powdered candy.
Yeah. So when you add that fizzy sherbet to any kind of cream or an ice cream or something like that, if it's not too high, you don't want to use a lot of ice cream, but just use it kind of low, and it'll make that kind of sherbet feel to it. Really nice.
Definitely.
And then the watermelon like melts right into that sort of creamy sherbet like layer, and it's just wonderful.
Mm-hmm.
What did you think about the mix, Chef?
What I'm surprised is the 10%, because I think the show before we made like a 20% recipe, and I was vaping both of them, and they have the same saturation.
Oh yeah.
And the Persian lime, I love that flavor, and the Persian lime with the fizzy sherbet goes together very well.
Yeah.
Because they share the same lemon or lime note.
Mm-hmm.
I really like it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think
Very,
it's a
very
great
easy
mix.
to vape. Very easy to vape. Like I said, I vaped all of that in like a sitting.
Yeah, it's good stuff. I mean,
like Mary
especially
Beth,
for the
okay.
time. Well, I was just saying it's perfect for the season and everything. Like, it is getting hot, and I tend to like throw WS-23 and stuff that I don't want to vape. Like, I'll hate vape it.
Yeah.
But this is the one where I was like, okay, yeah, this just sells fucking popsicles now.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So
And like Mary Beth was saying, it's hard to go wrong with Mullenberry Big Watermelon. It's such a phenomenal watermelon flavor.
yeah, if people out there don't have it, pick it up. It's one of the best watermelons. I think we did try a version. I don't think it was in our episode, but I think we tried one with Flavora watermelon too, and I think it's a pretty good sub. But the big watermelon I think it's perfect for this. It's bright, it's crisp. It's not a true authentic watermelon, but when we added the Flavora wild melon to it, it just kind of changed it into a nice authentic watermelon, pretty much authentic watermelon.
That wild melon really helps sort of round it out into a more authentic realm and give it a little bit more character.
Yeah, I didn't want it to be too authentic, but I definitely didn't want it to be candy.
Like straight up candy anyway.
Yeah. And I think the wild melon was Max's idea, right?
I mean, it's kind of Wayne's idea.
Is it? Okay.
Yeah, I was working on stuff like, because I get like kind of a harshness from the watermelon, even though it's amazing, but I think I get that from the double apple in there.
Oh, okay.
So I've been kind of working on that recipe just for myself.
Gotcha.
And I love that little bit that wild melon can go in any kind of melon you're working on.
Yeah, it really can. It's never going to be out of place in a melon vape, that's for sure.
Human Pack is asking if you guys tried fizzy sherbet with citrus soda.
We did try citrus soda in the mix, but I don't know if we tried fizzy sherbet with citrus soda.
Yeah, we did. Didn't we do a mix that used both of them?
I think we were going to, but then we decided that'd be maybe a little overkill or something.
It was too much because it's like redundant.
Yeah, I was gonna say that would. Yeah, that's exactly what I was about to say. Is that's kind of redundant to use two of the same sort of lemon lime profile.
Right.
Yeah.
I think he might be asking. Reading it again, I think he might be asking if we've ever tried them together, just in general, though.
That's exactly what he's asking.
Okay.
Did we not do a recipe a while back that used both of those?
That's what I thought.
I want to say when we were working on the Clerico, but I don't think it ended up being fizzy sherbet with the citrus soda. I think it was the same thing where we like had that idea but never really tried it out.
Yeah.
Because
Fizzy
once again,
sherbet's
it's
always
kind
a
of
bridesmaid.
redundant to use two lemon lime flavors. What are you gonna say, Graham?
I'm saying fizzy sherbet's always the bridesmaid, never the bride.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think it was when we were working on that Clerico, but that was a version where I would lean more towards the citrus soda side instead of that. People are saying Malfred Savage.
Dude, I heard that last night. I was fucking dead. I heard that. I was, oh my god, that's so hilarious. Malfred.
We're not saying that combination's bad at all. By the way, we haven't tried it. It might be.
You and Max?
The citrus soda fizzy sherb.
Oh,
Yeah.
you and Max together are almost a whole human being.
Yeah.
Just about.
Yeah, we should try that though. We should do that for some kind of mix. Citrus soda has more of an effervescence.
I don't know. I lean the other way.
No.
I feel like
Lemonade
fizzy sherb sells effervescence way more than citrus soda. Citrus soda is more of a syrupy lemon lime.
Oh, I don't.
I kind of
the other way.
And
What?
I kind of agree with him. Human puck.
What's he saying?
That citrus soda has a bit more effervescence.
Oh, me too.
I can
definitely
see
that. Lemonade Clear probably has the most though. Vape Train Lemonade Clear.
Lemonade.
Yeah,
Clear.
Everyone's sleeping on that. Why?
I don't think you can get it.
So I got it.
They have it. Yep, Bull City. I have it too.
Oh,
I picked
really?
it up from Bull City. Yep.
It does, right? Doesn't
Really
it?
good.
Doesn't it?
It's like lemon seltzer water, kind of.
Yeah.
Oh, like one of those LaCroix or Bubblies or something.
Well, in Australia, because they're fucking insane, they call lemonade is like something different. It's like a Sprite or something. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So is that one of the flavors that Bull City just added new to their site?
No,
it's
they've
been
had
there a
that since they released it. Mary Beth is on my side, by the way, and I want to mention it. She says that Fizzy Sherb is the more effervescent one.
Oh,
Yeah, I
looks
agree
like
with
we
you.
got ourselves a battle.
No, it's mind. It's a mind fuck. It's so fizzy.
Nosh
It's
agrees
fizzy.
with me too. I'm just saying.
I mean, come on.
No, what I think is so that the flavor, the lime, the tartness makes you think of something that has that is more like a soda,
Mhm.
but the actual fizzy sherbet is more like the texture is more effervescent.
Yeah, you nailed it. Yeah, perfect.
Say that again. Pretty good. I was gonna cut you off, but fine.
I wasn't going to correct him for sure.
For me, it might just be because like citrus soda is a little bit more brighter, a little bit more like top notey.
Mhm.
Maybe that's why I'm kind of thinking about it being more.
Yeah, because it stands out.
Yeah, fizzy sherbet's a lot more of like a
Maybe
base kind of a thing.
Before they released these flavors, when I was talking to Theo about it, and he said fizzy, and he was explaining it, and I was thinking that it was effervescence. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah,
I agree, it is pretty effervescent, but until he,
that's not a word.
I don't know. I don't care if that's a word. It is now. Effervescent. You think that what's the word? You top notey? You think that's a word?
Sure.
I mean, people say it a lot. I mean,
Yeah,
at this
well.
point, I think it kind of is.
Yeah. He was explaining what it was, and he didn't understand why I kept saying that. Because
Yeah,
it's like a pixie stick over there. Because
Right.
again,
I'm pretty sure I remember seeing the word top notey in the Bible. So
yeah, right there next to.
Was that the
Effervescent,
flavor Bible though?
Oh, that was a good pun.
All right, I guess we just have to agree to disagree then on the
I
fizzy
think-
Sherb citrus soda battle.
I don't think we need to fight about it. I think
It
maybe
doesn't need to go on the
we should
books.
I think we should like just try them together because I think that is a pretty solid idea.
you know, we got to do. We'll do an episode of Noted on effervescence, and then we'll battle them.
Ooh, nice.
That might be.
That would actually be kind of cool.
Battle?
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Did you say a battle?
Yeah, did you just challenge us?
Did you just break this?
Are you
What
talking
kind of battle?
half of noted?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh, we're gonna.
Battle, baby.
There's gonna be a showdown already.
Yeah.
Oh, good.
Okay.
Maybe Malfred Savage or Malfred Pudding, Malfred Pudding Face or whatever.
Footage.
Max Pudding.
Puddage.
Malfred footage.
Malfred Puddage. There'll be
Still think
3
it's-
of them, I guess.
I still think it's Max Pudding.
I like Max Pudding too.
I don't know. Malfred Puddage.
All right, Emily's agreeing. Noted versus develop. This is happening.
Oh shit, we're gonna get our
Oh.
damn asses kicked.
Oh, I don't know.
Well, what am I supposed to do?
Dave will do a lot of the heavy lifting.
Yeah, Graham, what are you gonna do?
He's just
I don't
gonna
know.
agree with.
I'll be
both
like the
sides.
casino and I'll take all the profits from the middle. That'll work, right?
I mean, that's basically what you're doing right now, anyway.
I got to change my batteries real quick. 1 second.
So
I'm
guys,
glad you said something.
there was a guy or a person asking a question. Stratus Photo, is there any suggestions to sub Super Sweet? I know Wayne come out with this video. I haven't watched it yet, but the reaction that I've seen from people that have watched it, it's like it scared them to fucking death over Super Sweet.
Yeah.
And sweeteners. Have y'all watched it?
Yeah.
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 I mean, people are really freaking out all of a sudden. You've been using it for like ever, but
I swear to God, Super Sweet would have to eat my eyeballs out from the inside for me to stop.
I mean,
I
it
would
might
literally
be.
have to eat one of my eyeballs completely out for me to realize that I shouldn't be using it before I'll stop. I don't care.
was
If
never
Super
a
Sweet's the
fan of
worst thing
Super
I'm putting in
Sweet,
me,
yeah.
I'm in good shape.
Well,
I never really liked Super Sweet. I felt it was too much sucralose. My favorite sweetener has got to be the Flavora Sweetness because it's just a little bit milder on that sucralose.
Mm-hmm. Well, I think Wayne did another video yesterday, and he talked about maybe some subs for Super Sweet. I wasn't able to catch the whole thing. Yeah, but he can go. That person, Stratos Photo, can go over there and watch that and see if he suggests anything. I know he talked about stevia, which I know I've never used stevia. I have no clue.
I've heard that
I've used
stevia
it a
has
bit.
more of like a herbal bitter edge to it.
Yeah, it's got like an earthy sort of herbal flavor to it. With
So I can kind of break. I read through the study that he discussed.
Of course you did.
I love information, man. Can't help it.
I read through the study I wrote.
So what they did was they tested the decomposition of the chemical propylene glycol when introduced to sucralose solution, and they found that it increased the breakdown, which releases hemiacetals. Hemiacetals can release formaldehyde, but there is no real study or research done on whether or not your body would process that degraded propylene glycol before any formaldehyde releasing agents could enter your body, really. So as much as you would like to be worried about it, it's not something super scary.
The other problem is that the I think is the acidity in that releases can lead to another compounds.
Yeah,
That's the compounds on the compounds that is the issue. They react together, but it's still, they still don't have any like evidence that it's doing anything. They just know that it's releasing something.
No,
that's
It's
what you
like-
said, right?
It's kind of just baby steps right now, right? Though.
Plus,
like-
I also don't know anything, so
I mean, none of us
True.
really do. We're not. We just put flavors together into a bottle. We're not doing the research. We're just. At least the research is being done. So
Yeah,
hopefully at
sure.
some point we get more answers and everything. But like for now, I'm not really scared. That might be kind of ignorant to say, but I'm not personally scared until I see more research done. Then I'll consider not using it.
Here's the problem, though. Even if you don't add sweetener to your mixes, there's still those compounds in a lot of these flavorings. If you're concerned about that,
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
it's
it's not
something
like you're
to
not going
think
to put
about, for
sucralose,
sure.
extra sucralose in, and it's not going to be there. It's there no matter what.
Right.
I mean, unless you want to bake VG and PG together,
Yeah.
or just go max V. Unless you know what I mean. Like, there's no. I'm not looking to do that kind of cautiousness at all.
Yeah.
I'll do one good thing by quitting smoking. I'm not going to kill myself over here trying to make this the safest thing on the planet.
You mean you will kill yourself?
No.
Hey yo.
I mean, I don't really like. This isn't really like the our show doesn't really talk about this kind of stuff
Yeah.
necessarily, but like I don't know. I would leave more of that stuff to like Wayne's show where he's been covering it. Until more research is done, then
Yeah, dude, we're dying for content right now. Don't you see us struggling?
Well,
You know what I mean?
I just brought it up because I thought it was interesting, and somebody had a question about what could they sub for.
Yeah, I what is out there? There's like the monk fruit or something, the stevia.
and the other one,
erythritol.
that one.
Yeah, I mean that's the only stuff out there. Unless you like, if you want to actually talk about like sweetener and everything like that, like the best thing that I can say is, if you're really worried about it, try to just not use it. Eventually your palate will get used to not having sweetener.
Mm-hmm.
I say use Mrs. Butterworth. Just right in your mix.
Yeah, there you go. It's gonna be delicious.
Super formaldehyde.
Don't do that, guys. Don't do that.
Flavor West, Mrs. Butterworth.
Don't do that, please.
Actually, be Flavor West, Mrs. Butterworth type.
This week, then they changed it to like Mrs. Buttersnurts or something like one letter off. Yeah. And I mean, you guys, if you do it and something happens, sue me. I mean, whatever. I don't care.
Yeah, you're not gonna get
nothing. You'll get nothing. I'm sleeping on a box of cardboard boxes right now.
I didn't really use much sweetener anyway. I've always kind of had a feeling that, you shouldn't be vaping it in general. And I didn't really see the need for it at the time because I wasn't used to vaping stuff with sweetener. But now, I use it sparingly. It depends on the profile. But if I do notice, like when you start using sweetener, you kind of always have to use it, right? Like you always have to, just to like be able to get that same kind of experience and everything. I think Rin had the same problem for a while. She tried a mix with sweetener and she just felt like she always kind of needed it or everything.
No, she tried the lemonade mix with sweetener in it. Wayne made that lemonade thing and it ruined her for like 2 months.
Yeah,
she couldn't taste anything.
Sweetener, right?
Yeah. Well, I mean, she never uses the flavor over 1% either.
So, well, that's true. So I guess, yeah, I'm wrong. She doesn't like have to use sweetener now. She just kind of it
ruined her.
Yeah, fucked her whole palate up. Because I do believe in that. Like if you start using sweetener, you kind of need to use it.
I'm at 5%.
Wait, hold on. You're talking about Rin, right?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure she said that was a effect of vaping lemon because she's had that happen to her before when she vaped something with lemon in it.
Oh, really?
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I thought she thought it was how much sweetener at first. I know she was talking about it, how much sweetener at first. Maybe she was because she did say something about lemon the other day. Who knows?
If you want my opinion, not that you do, but if you're worried about hemiacetals releasing formaldehyde in your body in trace amounts, damaging your lung tissue or causing carcinogenic effects, then probably just don't use it. But you have to think about all the other things that you do to your body in daily life that cause harm, like sugar, alcohol, any type of indulgent experience usually has harmful effects on your body.
Yeah,
that's you know what I'm worried about? I'm worried about ever being able to repeat what you just said.
Yeah, I don't know what the fuck he said. Can someone translate that in English?
If you don't want to
can you do that? Can you translate that in English for us?
If you're worried about shit fucking you up, keep away from the fucked up stuff. That was good. Sorry.
I mean, that was way too much information at one time for me.
Hemidius fields? What are they called? Hemidius? Say that word? I'm not going to say it again to look like an asshole. Dude. Say Hemidius fields. What is that word? The first one you said.
What
does that mean?
Alfred.
Have you seen it? Did you miss where I explained what the study said?
No, come on, dude. I get that. Duh. I just need to know how to say the first word.
Hemiacetals are what happens when propylene glycol breaks down with the introduction. It does naturally, but the introduction of sucralose expedites that, which can cause formaldehyde release. Hemiacetals can. But there's no proof or evidence that it happens when you ingest it. And there's really, I mean, I can't think of any way that you would research that because you'd have to watch the inside of someone's lung for degradation of.
Don't do that.
Yeah, you'd have to take like samples of tissue and stuff, right?
Right. But what the gist of what I was saying is if you're worried about a trace amount of a formaldehyde releasing compound entering your body, there are things that you should probably worry about much more. Just
like fucking Sherm stick. Sherm stick is cigarettes dipped in formaldehyde. Yeah. I don't get it.
Is it a thing in the long term? I mean, change is something that is going to change if you use sucralose in a long term. It's going to be exponentially more dangerous.
Well, no, because your body's always processing the things that you ingest, whether it's your lungs or your stomach, to clear things that don't belong there out. So your lung tissue will process out any sucralose, any VG, anything that you throw into it. So you'd have to see if the period of time in between it being broken down versus when you ingested it to see what would happen.
Yeah, like I know what you're saying. Like it's not going to get progressively worse. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, because the body tends to get used to. If you give something to your body, it's going to say, "Okay, I get it from outside. I'm not going to work anymore." Tries to be economical.
Are you talking to me?
Yeah, save energy.
Yeah.
Okay.
I would say, based on, obviously, I'm not a biologist, and I this is just from the information I have. The trace amounts that would be released from sucralose, I doubt would take very long for your body to process them out. So I doubt it would be like exponentially worse if you use it every time you vape versus once in a while, because it's always going to be the same process.
Yeah.
Like, we're talking very small amounts of these things that could release formaldehyde.
Yeah.
But like I said, if you're worried about it, just don't use it, because if you want to be healthier, then you can take steps to do that in any way. Stop eating sugar, stop alcohol, stop exercise more.
You know what's interesting about sucralose is my body does not do well with sucralose. When I ingest it, like, my body starts really having a negative side effect from it.
It gets really sexy, though.
Hard to explain what it does, but I also get that when I vape it, especially like the headaches and stuff. So for me, I've always just opted not to use it, just because I can tell that it's not doing good. It's not pairing with my body well. So I mean,
I've never liked anything.
I think that's
like super fun.
Mind is pay attention to your body. Your body will let you know if it doesn't like something.
Yeah.
What kind of deductive situation I'd have to have going to find that it was sucralose that was causing you to feel the way I do?
Maybe you can cut it out.
Graham's a different
any blind subject or stuff, whatever. No,
Well, I would say,
I'm just saying.
I would say if anybody is concerned, it's best not to use it, and just stay tuned for more research, because we don't know what it does, if it does anything, for sure, 100% sure. So just keep up on the research. Watch Wayne's show. He does some pretty good research on that. So
yeah, he's real good at that stuff.
Yeah. I'm just glad people are studying it. I mean, I don't obviously we don't know enough about this, and at least there are people out there taking actual information and taking tests and stuff like that. So we'll just hope that we get more information out there.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
agree.
Oh, sure.
So what are we working on next? Does anybody have any ideas? Do we know what we're working on next?
I don't think we do, but if anybody wants to throw something in the chat, they can give us some ideas. Maybe we'll work on that next week.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, let's see. I mean, except for not Chef, it's going to be summertime. And I think some good summertime vapes are in order.
Yeah, you said you had banana and mango out, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I figured those would be a pretty good pair. I like that Vape Train banana custard. Mm-mm-mm.
And Vape Train shisha mango.
Oh, yeah.
Phenomenal.
Yeah, I got that one out in the mango juice, so I'm going to...
Do you love Vape Train mango juice?
I don't have very much experience with either of them, to be honest.
Dave always gives me such a hard time, because he says that Vape Train mango juice has no real use. It doesn't do anything that another mango can't do. And then I strongly disagree, because I think Vape Train mango juice sells like a mango puree, like a liquid mango, if you use it in a smoothie, better than anything.
Yeah, I agree.
It's that very sweet, diluted sort of mango puree thing, and I love it.
Mango
put out.
Did you say that was the mango juice or the shisha?
Yeah.
The mango juice. Everyone agrees that shisha mango is amazing, but mango juice, I feel like, is so underrated.
Yeah.
Because if you've ever had like a smoothie that has mango in it, it's that exact thing in a vape.
Cool. Nice, man. I can get down with that for sure.
Papa Chicli is saying rose essence. Do you think that is a flavor you could use for a summer vape?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think florals work pretty well in summer, as long as you keep them kind of light and playful instead of going full on flowers.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Which is especially easy with flavor or rose essence, because it's so weak.
Yeah, it's a pretty subtle flavor.
I wonder if that would go well in that. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. I wonder if that would go good in the Trinity, that ice cream Trinity.
What's the ice cream Trinity?
Oh, buddy. What is it, Alfred?
I make pizza, which is someone from the Reddit.
I thought you were just saying I make pizza.
They made this Trinity for ice cream that's better than any ice cream I've ever tried, and it's 5% Liquid Bar and vanilla ice cream, 0.75% of the Hankson French vanilla, and then 1.5% vanilla swirl.
French vanilla ice cream by
5% Liquid Bar. Oh, Hankson, 0.75.
Okay.
Standard.
Okay.
But something about adding that 1.5% vanilla swirl just like amalgamates everything into just this phenomenal rich ice cream.
I'm gonna drop.
Nice,
that
man. I
link.
can see that. Cool. Appreciate it, brother. I got to check that out because
Link
my
is
ice
in
cream
the-
game needs to step up. I pretty much just use either TFA VBIC or the Liquid Barn VBIC.
Did you ever try 007 Cola, Chiba?
007 Cola?
Mm-hmm. That's my recipe.
I have not. I bet I would like it though. I love cola base.
Yeah, I know. I was watching through the soda episode of Noted today, and I heard you talking about how you started with sodas and you love cola and soda vapes. And
yeah.
I remember you said you were going to try it, and I just really want you to try it now, knowing your love for it.
Cool, man. Let me pull it up here.
That episode of Noted is such a classic episode for so many reasons.
Yeah.
The soda one. Oh my god.
Why is that? Oh,
You know,
man.
that was the one
love
that
this
I
one.
was losing my shit over all the screen looking like NASCAR
Oh, okay.
in the background. And
Yeah, the
oh my
chat
God.
going on and all the stuff on it was, yeah.
Oh god, I was losing my shit. The screen
Yeah,
had like a quarter of a quarter with your guys' faces, and the rest of it was ads. I was like, oh, I was
Oh,
losing it.
wow. No actual cola flavor in here.
That's right.
It's interesting. I think adding rich cinnamon into any cola is like a superb decision.
Yeah, I feel like that's what makes Flavor root beer so amazing too. That real authentic spice that they can capture.
Yeah.
So good.
That's interesting, man. So where's the I mean, I can see how the rich cinnamon plays in there to give it some of the spiciness that a cola has. But I guess I could see that fizzy sherbet playing in there too. That's really interesting. I'm definitely gonna have to try that.
It's magic, man.
Yeah, apparently everybody loves this one.
Yeah.
I've never even tried it.
Cool. There's still a few cola flavors I have that I haven't tried yet, like TFA's new one, Cola Fizz, and I've messed with
right?
Yeah, I've messed with the Flavora one a bit, which I like that one a lot too. I like it more than a Flavor Arts Cola, I believe, if I remember correctly. So
That used to be like the one, wasn't it? Flavor Art Cola.
Yeah, it was like basically the only viable option for a long time, as far as I know, anyway. TFA Cola was okay too. Like I used that one a bit, but it lacks, especially in the effervescence category. Like Flavor Art, I think is why I like that one so much, is because it had a lot of effervescence.
They're all lacking something, you know. You just gotta find the right
Yeah.
combination of the ones together that work.
Mm-hmm.
I think. I mean, Liquid Barn's Cola
Yeah.
Freeze is pretty damn good.
Yeah, it's alright. It's pretty dry if I remember right.
Yeah, I think that it was supposed to be like the liquid in a Slurpee machine before it freezes. I've heard someone describe it as. It's pretty accurate.
Yeah, it did do it pretty well.
Labwork says that Mullenberry Cola needs a mention. Have you tried that one, Chiba?
Oh, I've heard that
I
too.
have not. Mullenberry.
Stratus Photo. What about a cold iced beer? I made a recipe called All Day, which is a pairing that I did for the All Day IPA from Founders.
I think
and
I
it's
tried
not-
that one.
It's it's not a beer, but it's a beer pairing. I am working on like a second version of it right now. So
Vape Train. Vape
Yeah, I
Train
tried
Lager.
this one.
no,
I
it's
remember
not gonna be gross like a beer though.
What is?
The one that I'm working on, I'm not trying to make a beer.
Yeah.
Vape Train Lager is pretty accurate, dude. Like, it's pretty close to a beer.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Let's
average
check that one out.
beer.
It's probably better
just
than Hankson beer.
Well, yeah, I mean, I trust the Australians over the Chinese when it comes to beer.
I mean, I'll consider it, but that wasn't exactly what I was gonna do for it because I don't know how many people actually want to vape something like that.
Like a beer?
Yeah.
Not many. I have a recipe.
Cool.
I made. It was a cherry mocha stout, which was all right for a beer.
See, I can see that working though.
I
Yeah.
feel like an IPA vape wouldn't be too bad if you did
Especially,
Go ahead.
Oh, especially with the Yakima hops.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Just rock the hell out of Yakima hops, and then throw like fizzy sherbet or citrus soda, something lemon lime in there. I feel like you could sell IPA. That's what Max is working on. There you go.
Oh, it was at the time. Those things didn't really they weren't actually out there at the time when I made that one. So I'm kind of making a second version. And Dave gave me another project since I was already working on one. So there's basically 2 versions coming out.
Dave's like he doles out projects to people low key. Like everyone's got a project going from Dave.
You just sent me a picture and he's like, "Does this sound good to you?" I'm like, "No, not at all." He goes, "Oh, I thought you'd be into it." I'm like, "Okay." I mean, the more I got talking to him, I was like, "Okay, now I actually kind of want to make it."
Jedi mind tricked you into doing it for him.
That's exactly what he did.
Amazing.
That's exactly what he did.
He doesn't realize that that's what I did with Noted. I just needed notes, right? So I found the guys that were doing it in the game, and now I got 100 episodes worth of notes. I don't have to do shit.
100 episodes, baby.
Yeah, 100 episodes. It's crazy.
Labworks is saying Vape Train Lager with Cap Lemon Lime and WS23 kind of merges into like a Corona style beer.
Exactly. That's a good point.
Coronas are so skunky.
Yeah, with that lime. Stinky.
Yeah, so if you're on a vape trash.
Skunky.
Yeah, a little bit. But it's better than Bud Light, I would say.
Yeah. Corona with a lime is definitely better than Bud Light.
Yeah.
But is it better than Bud Light with a lime?
But nothing beats Blue Moon Belgian Ale with a slice of orange.
Jägermeister.
My favorite.
That is my favorite, hands down.
Is that a Hefeweizen?
Hefeweizen.
I don't know if it's. I think it's technically just a wheat beer. I don't know if it's a Hefeweizen.
That's what a Hefeweizen is. Unfiltered wheat beer. Yeah,
it's a Belgian with a lemon beer, so maybe yes.
I don't know if
no.
I don't know if that one's technically a Hefeweizen, but
well, I'm not gonna. You're probably right because I don't.
Gross. Emily said Dos Equis is her favorite beer.
Yeah.
Is that similar to Corona?
Say that again.
Negra Modelo.
Dos Equis is not similar to Corona. No.
What are you saying?
To what? To what?
Say that again. Dos what?
Dos Equis.
I don't even know if that's how you pronounce it. I just like the way it says it.
Dos X's.
I'm not even busting his balls. I like.
Wait, now, Chef, help me. What am I doing wrong?
Dos
Equis.
That's what I said.
No, you said it. You kind of fluctuated the middle of it.
You got to put the accent on the.
You're saying Dos Equis, like 2 keys. Like I got 2 keys of heroin. Like you're saying Dos Equis.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
Dos Equis.
Do you know what it stands for?
What do you think, house keys?
Do you know what it stands for? What it means?
2 X's.
2 X's.
Yeah. I got 2 of those.
See, I can speak Spanish. I know some Spanish.
That's like my beer. 2 X's.
You are the least Hispanic guy in this show.
Talking to me?
Max, have you had Dos thing Nacho said?
Dos Equis?
Yeah.
Yeah, I have.
Describe that. Because you're a way bigger beer fan than I am, and I can't really describe why I don't like it.
It's a Mexican beer.
It's kind of well, yeah, they're kind of all the same. They're kind of they're all lagers and they're all kind of skunky in a way. I'm not a huge fan of them. Like I do like Modelo.
Yeah, Modelo's my jam. Negra Modelo. Ooh, baby.
That one's good too. That one's real. It's really nice and light too, actually.
What kind of beers they got over there in Czechoslovakia?
We have Corona.
The beer selection there is amazing.
Yeah.
We have Modelo.
Okay.
Quilmes.
Did you just pronounce that wrong?
Quilmes? What's that one?
Modelio. What the hell is that?
It's a blonde beer. It's nothing special, but it's very good. Yeah.
Nice.
We have like everywhere else, like a lot of homemade.
Tecate.
Beer.
Oh yeah, I got a lot of microbrews and stuff.
Yeah, all that shit.
Tecate
That's where
seems
they make
like
half and. That's where they make.
Do we get to talk about cider yet?
no. Can we talk about cider? Hold on. Sin is talking about
We are not
Tecate,
going to.
and that actually reminds me a lot of like Mexican
Yeah.
lagers to me taste like pennies.
The TCAT
Yeah.
does.
Like Pacifico kind of tastes like pennies.
Yeah. What's
What
that
else
other
tastes
one?
like pennies?
For me, Tecate, Dos Equis, Corona are all the same. The
Yeah,
same
they're
kind
kinda
of
on
beer.
touch.
Yeah.
I
Maybe
mean, I
didn't have the
Or
like,
Soul.
regular.
You guys ever had Soul?
Which
I
one's
guess
Soul?
so.
Soul
like
isn't
sun.
bad.
SOL.
Yeah, that one's not bad.
Yeah, so that's Brazilian, I think.
Oh,
Is
is it? Oh, okay.
think
I don't
so.
know if
Where
I
do the
had the
Brazilians
standard 2X's, but I remember there being like this subtle hint of spice.
Really?
They kind of
Those
all have like a
works.
little bit of like a. It's like the difference in malt. I think that it kind of comes out as like a different kind of.
But I love Corona, and I don't get it at all from that.
Yeah, that one's a lot more clean. It's a lot lighter, a lot more kind of.
The
It's
thing
kind
is,
of bland.
all those beers are made in tropical areas
Yeah.
where the water is different, and they don't
Yeah,
have
it is.
access. Yeah, and they don't have
Hey, when
access
you-
to the ingredients
water.
we have in the south or the north.
Is the water different where you're at? Like, if I go to Mexico and drink the water, I'll be fucking violently sick.
Well,
If I
it
came
is
to
different.
Argentina, would I be? Or because
It
there's
is
a lot of
different to
Europeans
make
there.
beer. You know that some guys try to make recipes for the water they want for their beer.
Oh,
Because they
really?
want to
Yeah.
make it. Yeah,
No, it has to do with like pH and everything too, and
Mhm.
you know the
and the
growth of-
minerals and yeah.
yeah, yeast.
Yeah, I remember
bacteria.
I visited a distillery in Florida when I was in Florida, and they were talking about how much of an impact that has, that you have to work around whatever water quality you have and the different minerals it contains. And
It's
Oh,
like that with
sure.
everything. Out here, there's a pizza place that imports the water from. Well, originally they were importing the water from New York, but they got a chemist to just alter it, and that's the difference. When you go somewhere, I mean, it's definitely the water in everything.
Yeah.
Seriously.
Yeah,
That's why
waterfall.
in Argentina most of the beers are made in the south. The
Mm.
south of Argentina is very similar to Switzerland.
Mm.
You know,
Right, in
Graham,
Berlin.
because of Nazis and everything. Yeah.
Right, South Berlin. I know what you're talking about. I get that.
Yeah, that's why they made the beer there because of the water.
You're German, aren't you?
I
Your dad was
wish.
CIA.
I wish.
I think your dad was CIA in '42. I think that's what's going on here. I'm pretty sure I get the case cracked. Is that beard real?
Yeah. Yeah, it's
I would
It's
cheat.
real.
A Dogfish Head 90-minute is stupid. It's so
yeah,
good.
60
Oh,
minutes
man.
pretty good too. They're both good.
Yeah, I haven't gotten the 60-minute too often, mostly because I like a quite high percentage in my beers.
Dogfish Head makes a lot of good IPAs.
Oh man, have you? Dude, they have so many goddamn good beers. One of my favorites is one called a Sati, which is like juniper berry chai tea and like some other stuff, and it's like, oh my god, it's so good.
Don't they make like a blood orange one too?
Probably they make all sorts of crazy shit.
They really do.
Yeah,
You just gave me the idea to pair like chai masala with juniper. I have to try that now.
do it, man. It's a surprisingly delicious.
Beer can give you a lot of inspiration,
Oh, for sure.
So,
especially if you're me.
so it sounds like we're going to be doing a beer for this next recipe.
Dude,
Maybe.
we should do a beer pairing.
Probably should.
Yeah,
I mean, everybody's talking about beer all at this time, so
yeah, let's do it.
yeah,
All right, there you go. That's what you get next.
yeah, beer pairing. Folkart's gonna have a blast. He doesn't drink.
Hey,
So it's
I
gonna be
know-
a beer.
He's
I
had
know-
beer before, though.
I know exactly what beer tastes like.
Yeah.
I had-
anybody that's our age and doesn't drink, trust me, I'd give that shit on muscle memory.
I had two. There was only two beers that I drank: Bush beer or Free.
All right.
What was the second one?
Full circle.
Free.
Free.
Free?
Yeah.
Okay, free.
You know.
All right, so Folkart's really into water beer. That's one.
That was
He
my
just wants
two
a lot
favorite
of them.
beers: Bush or Free.
Yeah,
Okay.
exactly.
What's the other one? Natural ice, natty ice.
Natty.
Natty. Oh god.
Yeah.
I can't.
All the water beer.
Dude.
I don't like any kind of ice beer.
Jägermeister. That's the one.
Jägermeister's not a beer.
Jägermeister and Oli are the ones that you see people like carrying a 36 pack under their armpit. walking since their life became shambles.
Jaeger
You
is
never.
liquor.
It's a beer, not Jägermeister.
Yingling.
God damn it! No,
Jägerbomb?
it's
Jägerbomb.
I can't figure it out. I can't remember.
Do
It's
you
one that
like
sounds like
Jaeger?
Meisterbrow.
Surprisingly, I actually am not a fan of Jägermeister. I would say probably just because it's so thick.
Yeah, it's like
okay.
syrup. But I was gonna say that's a phenomenal like anise flavor.
Yeah, I enjoy the flavor of Jägermeister. It's just, it's probably the thickness and also the memories.
Yeah, yeah.
What about
Or
Jerry
lack
Bowie?
thereof.
Ooh.
That's how I feel about Bailey's Irish Cream. I can't do it, just from the past experiences.
If I mix it with some milk and just put it on the rocks, that's all right. But I mean, that any sort of like dairy.
You can't pound those though.
No, I've only ever tried it in is it called Irish car bombs, where you like curdle it?
Oh, whoa,
Yeah,
Craig.
then
Car bomb.
Yeah, bad experience.
I like when Irish people get all offended by that.
Yeah, I know, right?
It's hilarious.
all right.
I mean, it was a time. It was a thing.
Well, are we gonna get out of here now?
Yeah, I think so.
Yes.
I think we've talked
go
about
drink.
every possible beer on the planet, and
Oh, we can. Keep going.
We go forever on this, man.
oh yeah.
All right.
Let's go drink.
Well, anybody want to drop that link? Do I have that link?
What for the recipe?
No. Kind Ground.
Yeah, I've got it here.
Okay.
Actually, this is the link to what Wayne posted today, I believe. So yeah, he's going to be doing a fundraiser for Kind Ground on the 15th of June. I don't know exactly what all it's going to entail, but it's going to be like a kind of an all-day thing, I think. You want to talk about it, Grant?
Yeah, we're doing 24-hour stream. Everyone's going to do their shows instead of like us trying to come up with a 24 hours worth of something. That's not going to really make any sense. Everyone's just going to do their shows for the week. They may go blind or black for the week prior to it, like just go dark and not do their show but maybe not. Anyway, either way, it's just going to be all the shows that you usually watch just stacked on top of each other.
Is he speaking?
And there's some other shit. Yeah. Listen, I'm trying not to fuck this up, man. This is serious business. And there's other shows that are going to be on that aren't usually in our same circle. So
Cool.
Try to get some money for them,
Yeah.
Donate twice.
3 times.
Donate 3 times.
Yeah.
All right. And I got there's the GoFundMe too. I'm sure there's links to both of them, but yeah, everybody go, make sure you tune into that. Everybody go and check out the GoFundMe, read the story, donate if you can. Hopefully you can. We're trying to get that money for him. So
Is there like a goal? Like what's the goal?
20,000.
And we're like pretty
Getting there.
high up there. I think we're at 13 grand right now.
Wow.
Oh,
That's pretty damn good.
Something like that.
We can smash that. Absolutely.
Yeah, we're at 12,385 right now.
Yeah, like don't get complacent. I mean, that's basically the only thing I can say is don't look at it and let it become background noise because it's not.
Yeah. This is his life, man.
Yep.
Yeah.
So everybody go make sure you share it around, check it out, be here for the stream. Till then, we will see you guys. You'll see the episode of whatever we come up with on Tuesday, and we'll see you back for the live show on Thursday at 6:00. Thank you for showing
Noted
up.
on Monday.
Yep.
Yeah, thanks for hanging out, everybody.
Yeah. Thanks for coming, man. Enjoyed it.
Hey, appreciate you having me.